Also, I'm calling it now, the Dirtifiers are totally gonna be Alia's little sisters. I was fucking joking! So, the Dirtifiers is here. And like the heroes later in the episode, I also was having trouble saying this episode's name. But once I figured out it said Dirtifiers, my mind immediately thought of which of the kids in this series was gonna get akumatized. And I mean, I was kind of right. This episode revolves around Alia's little sisters getting akumatized playing Splatoon in real life, with some Kagami lore thrown into it. Also, let's just get this out of the way. This episode, to me at least, is better than Queen of the Dread Zone, which also released on the same day as this. And oh, don't worry, I'll tear that episode apart when we get to it. But anyway, let's talk about the Dirtifiers, shall we? So the episode begins with a flashback showing Tomoe creating Kagami with the Peacock Miraculous in her womb, while absolutely slaying her new design, saying her creation phrase, mirror's reflection, dragon above men, diamond made into a girl. Remember this for later. Also, when does this take place again? Actually, let's go through the story pattern the Peacock Miraculous has went through. So Master Fu in Tibet had it first, then dropped it, the Butterfly Miraculous, and the Grimoire down a lava hole while running away from Feast, and it gets somehow damaged in rock. Then decades later, Gabriel, Natalie, and Emily find the three things while expeditioning there. Then after Emily uses the damaged Peacock Miraculous to make Adrian while slowly losing her life in the process, Gabriel lets Colt Fathom borrow it so he and Amelie can have their son Felix, which costs Colt his life. With Gabe still having it, he allows Natalie to use it from time to time, causing her to feel ill. Then he fixes it, getting rid of the deathly side effects, becoming Shadow Moth. Then finally he does that trade with Felix where he ends up with it currently. So the question still remains, when does this scene in the episode take place? Maybe before or after Colt used it? Also, I just noticed past Tomoe's hairstyle is like Lila's original wig. Anyway, after creating Kagami in her stomach, Tomoe births her, giving Kagami her name. And after the intro, the girls are having a sleepover at Marinette's house, with Kagami already having a movie for them to watch, and Tom and Sabine interrupt them to bring them snacks, with Kagami getting a tad annoyed at their constant intrusions, with Marinette not minding it since she never misses a chance to spend time with her parents, with Kagami getting a little jealous of their loving nature for their daughter. Then Alia gets a call from her parents Marlena and Otis as they were painting a new room, with Marlena saying she's having another baby girl, and Alia relays that message to the others and they celebrate, with Kagami going on Marinette's bed to watch her movie with her headphones on, and Marinette goes to check on her with Kagami coping, saying she's fine when she's clearly not fine. After the sleepover during the day, Kagami returns home, and we finally see what her house, well, tower, looks like. I mean, we all assume she lives somewhere rich in Paris considering her mom is loaded. And yeah, we were right. I just wish we were shown this sooner. Then after Kagami goes inside saying her password Tadaima, meaning I'm home in Japanese by the way, to the AI robot cube to pass, going up the elevator to see her mother only for her office to flash red, either meaning she's not there, doesn't want to see her, or is in a meeting. And Kagami leaves the bag of food in front of the doorway, going up to her room with Marinette calling to check up on her, noticing Kagami was sad last night, with her coping again saying she had fun. Marinette's parents are kind, Alia and the girls celebrating about her getting another baby sister is normal. Everything is totally fine, but Kagami isn't. Since when she sees others happy with their families, it feels strange to her since she's never had that with her mother, with Marinette assuring Kagami Tomoe probably loves her in her own way. Then Kagami brings up Marinette knowing her secret that she's a Senta monster, and that she's not like everyone else, and that Tomoe isn't like other parents either, with Kagami thanking Marinette for her concern and ending the call before she can speak again, with her AI cube saying she should leave for fencing class, or risk tardiness, and Kagami rages throwing her bag and kicking over the cube, with her Kwame Long appearing, and Kagami asking why would her mother have a child if she was gonna leave them all alone, with Long suggesting since Tomoe used the damaged Peacock Miraculous to give birth to Kagami, she must have really wanted a child, with Kagami asking another good question, since the Peacock Miraculous can turn an emotion into a living thing, what was Tomoe's emotion when she created Kagami, with Long unfortunately not knowing that answer. Then she runs out of the room unknowingly missing a call from Marinette, going into Tomoe's office asking her mother why was she made, since she never spends any time with her or shows her affection, with with Tomoe constantly answering her questions with more questions to divert her from the truth. So she decides to make Kagami prove herself worthy of those answers by sword fighting her with wooden swords, with Kagami accepting the challenge, asking again what was in her mother's heart when she used the Peacock Miraculous to bring her to life, with Tomoe saying she made her to be better than other people, which obviously isn't an emotion, then saying her greatest joys revolve around Kagami and her abilities, with Kagami saying she made her to be admired like a tool to satisfy her mother's ego. Well, ain't that familiar? After the fight with Kagami winning, Tomoe, instead of giving Kagami answers of why she was created, instead she recites the creation phrase she used to make Kagami in the first place. Mirror's reflection, dragon above men, diamond made into a girl, with Kagami getting mad and asking does Tomoe even love her, with her saying she loves when Kagami makes her proud, with Kagami thinking all she'll ever be is a trophy to her mother, and running out back to her room transforming into Ryuko. At Alia's house, her little twin sisters Ella and Etta were playing, and Marlena decides to take a nap mid-painting the new room, with the twins deciding they should help their mom by finishing the work and painting the new room themselves. Yeah, little kids with paint unsupervised.
What could possibly go wrong?
At Marinette's house, the girls were all making lunches for themselves, with Marinette telling them about Kagami and not knowing how to help her, since last night she saw Marinette and Alia's parents being so loving to their daughters, wishing Kagami could have that. As the girls brainstorm ideas on what to do, Julika suggests they kidnap Kagami. This is like the second time she brought this up, the first time being in Backwater in Season 3.
Why didn't you just kidnap Kagami? That's cool.
Oh.
It's always the quiet ones that say the most disturbing and surprising things. With Marinette obviously saying no to the kidnapping idea, she instead decides to go get Kagami to have a picnic with them. Meanwhile, back at Alia's house, Ella and Etta were getting the paint they need for the new room. And we cut to the girls outside of the Tsurugi Industries tower, walking inside seeing the AI robot cube from earlier. And they ask continuous questions to see Kagami with the cube not letting them in. So they split off to go find her, with Marinette going into an alley telling Tiki Kagami may not be answering her phone, but she's sure she'll pick up if she calls Ryuko instead. So she transforms into Ladybug and calls Ryuko, and she answers but depressed, saying she's not coming down, which Ladybug infers she's somewhere in the clouds. And while that's going on, Ella and Etta wake their mom up covered in paint, and she follows the trail of paint all the way to the new room, seeing the white room she painted is ruined, and Marlena getting upset, taking them into the bathroom telling them to clean themselves up. With the twins sad that their mom is angry at them, it catches the attention of Chrysalis's Ultra Kuma and they get akumatized. Also, during the talk with the twins, Lila says, "It's hard to have a mom who doesn't love you. That's just straight up evil." Then we see Julika going to Mark's dad with him saying he hasn't seen Kagami in his store today, and we see the Dirtifiers make their appearance and their power is to shoot black paint making Paris dirty, and they even sink into the paint to travel through it. So pretty much like Splatoon, with the twins being Inklings or Octolings, and Julika goes to hide transforming into Purple Tigress to call Ladybug, as meanwhile she was flying up to the clouds to talk to Kagami, with her saying no one is missing her down there anyway, and Marinette says that's not true since Kagami is her friend, one of the best people she knows, with Kagami getting agitated of the words the best because that's all her mother cares about. And when Marinette says not everyone can have a perfect family, Kagami gets pissed, turning into a storm cloud, saying that's easy for her to say, her parents are wonderful and would do anything for her and would even give her hugs, with Marinette hugging Kagami saying friends are like a second family you choose and that their friends can't wait to see her again, with Ladybug getting the pager call from Purple Tigress that there's an akumatization and tells Kagami she's free to join them when she's ready, and she flies back down. Anyway, the Dirtifier twins continue playing Splatoon, not stopping until the whole city is covered in paint, with the heroes arriving to stop them, teasing the twins getting their supervillain name wrong. Then the twins try to splatter them all with paint and disappearing into it, with Ladybug wanting the girls to split up to search for the Dirtifier twins, and they do. But one by one, the girls all fall victim to the twins, with Chrysalis assisting them with her anti-Kumas to temporarily take away their powers, instead of just using it on Cat Noir for some weird reason, with Ladybug saying they'll never succeed like this. Then suddenly Ryuko arrives to save the day, creating a giant water wave across the whole city, cleaning it of paint. With the heroes now powered up, they surround the Dirtifier twins. But that doesn't matter since the twins can still disappear in their ink. With Ladybug summoning a Lucky Charm umbrella, her and Cat Noir tell Ryuko to create a massive storm to clean all of Paris at once, with her saying she's never made one that big before. But with a bit of group encouragement, Ryuko creates a giant thunderstorm over all of Paris, cleaning the city with continuous rain, making it impossible for the Dirtifier twins to paint the city, as the heroes all combine to stop them. Also, if I had to choose between Lady Dragon and Ryuko, Lady Dragon would still win, but Ryuko would be at the top 5 powerful Miraculous holders. Anyway, the heroes all show off their moves, with Cat Noir and Vesperia going for the double takedown. As she paralyzes the twins, he cataclysms the paint can they're attached to, and Ladybug casts the Miraculous Ladybug, reversing the damage. After the fight, Ladybug takes Ella and Etta home, with Marlene hugging them, saying she's been looking for them, and even though the twins cause dirty disasters, that'll never stop her loving them. Then Ladybug gives the twins magical charms and swings off, with Ladybug stopping Ryuko to hug her. Later at Tsurugi Industries, Kagami returns to her mother, with Tomoe saying she saw the powerful storm Kagami made earlier, and she is becoming the warrior she hoped for, wanting to continue Kagami's training, this time with metal swords, saying, "Wood turns to metal, undefeatable dragon," with Kagami finishing it off saying, "Soft heart under scales," with Kagami walking out, and that's how the episode ends, end card and all. Also, this is unrelated, but how did we not get Arena Rouge transformation when this episode was halfway tied around her little sisters getting akumatized again? Anyway, now we can talk about the pre-credit scene, and it shows Marinette, Alia, and Kagami talking at Alia's house, while at Tsurugi Industries, Tomoe was talking with Lila, saying, after the Dirtifier twins' defeat caused by Kagami, she thought Lila would have stayed holed up in her lair, with Lila flipping it around saying, "After the humiliation my sister inflicted upon you, you must be getting bored without anyone left to train," and she de-transforms, tapping Tomoe's staff, making the metal swords appear from the ground, with Lila grabbing it and Tomoe looking at her, but we don't see her expression, and that's how the episode truly ends. So wait, since those swords are metal and not wooden like Kagami had to use against her mother earlier, does that mean Tomoe has been training Lila to fight before? Meaning in the finale, are we just gonna see Lila pulling the most amazing ninja moves with her sword cane to take down Ladybug and the Miraculous? Honestly, I like this episode way more than Queen of the Dread Zone, which also came out on the same day as this one. But those are just my opinions, you can tell me yours in the comments. Anyway, bye bye!